Hi everyone, how you doing? Welcome to this week's Rabbit Hole Roundup. We had a brilliant weekend this weekend. We had a live stream on Saturday and a live stream on Sunday. I did them earlier in the afternoon. They weren't the busiest of streams live, but I appreciate the guys that did come and hang out and spend time. And there was some amazing music that was played this weekend. And there's a couple of the artists that I'll be featuring in this week's Rabbit Hole Roundup. But this week we're going back to the traditional methods, so I'm going to troll the Facebook group down the Asian Music Rabbit Hole, have a look, see what you guys have been sharing and see if we can find some gold. And I've got one or two videos of my own personal choosing that I've discovered this week that I'll share in this week's episode. So as always, thanks for watching, and remember, hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and remember, get yourself along our group on Facebook down the Asian Music Rabbit Hole, because that's where all the action is and that's where all the good music shared and talked about. This video is from a guy that I'm friends with on Facebook called Tony. Tony's from Wales and I'm from Scotland. I think we have a little bit of to and fro in it, which country BAND-MAID are going to come to, when we both know that they're going to end up going to London anyway, when they do eventually come back to the UK. Anyway, so Tony posts a lot of excellent content on his YouTube channel, and I'm always having a wee dig about and seeing what Tony's put up. And something jumped out at me this week that I watched the other day. I thought I'll show that one on the next Rabbit Hole Roundup, which is BAND-MAID Without Holding Back. So Tony's put this on his channel 2 days ago. I think we already know what I'm scoring this one. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Phenomenal. So just like Onset, that's instrumental. You've not got SYNSNAKE there throwing their voice out. Which for me, quite a lot of the times in BAND-MAID songs, I've got to be honest, it's SYNSNAKE for me. SYNSNAKE's my favourite member of BAND-MAID. Well, I love them all equally, I would say, but SYNSNAKE edges it a bit. Her vocals are just unreal. Konami's guitar player, and that's phenomenal. I love her finger tapping in that one. I'm a huge fan of finger tapping, and it's one of the things on the guitar that I'm not as strong at, and that I would love to get better and develop at. Is maybe this song I should practice this one and try and get the finger tapping down. It might be a good shout actually. I can't use little drum fills or something else. And that kick drum is just going absolutely rapid. And it was lovely to hear Misa's bass lines. Like she's always there. It's subtle at times with Misa, but then it just comes in over and envelops you. Absolutely love it. It's definitely one of the best bass players I've ever heard. And then obviously Miku as well, rocking out and doing her thing. I mean, overall, the video was 10 out of 10. Tony, you post some amazing content on your channel, I must say, mate. And whether BAND-MAID come to Wales or come to Scotland or come to London, I'm sure I will see you there and then, mate, when it happens. But get yourself along to Tony's channel, give Tony a subscribe. Tony is a passionate fan of the scene, definitely when it comes to bands like BAND-MAID and Baby Metal. And if, like me, you're on active on social media in these kinds of groups, then I'm sure you'll have probably seen Tony posting these amazing content before. But if not, get along to his channel and give him a subscribe, especially if you're into BAND-MAID, because he's always got great BAND-MAID stuff that he's posting. Okay, we're off to the Republic of Korea next for our next video. My knowledge of bands from the Republic of Korea has expanded massively over the course of the last year, to the point where I would say that the Republic of Korea has probably got the second best music scene, in my opinion, in the world. Japan, obviously, in my opinion, being number one. But yes, so Republic of Korea comes a close second. And the list of bands that I can now say that I absolutely love for Korea is not far off matching the number of bands that I've got from Japan. So anyway, so one of the bands that I've been grinding like mad lately is SYNSNAKE. So you've got Sungmin, he's the male lead vocalist, and you've got Sarah, female lead vocalist. And these two, there's just something about the way these two work together and sing in their songs that stand out for me. To be fair, SYNSNAKE's music is absolutely banging, but it sounds very much like a lot of other stuff. There's nothing about the actual music composition, I would say, as such, that jumps out and makes me think spectacular. It's Sarah and Sungmin's vocals and their dynamic that really works for me in their music. And what works. I think they're absolutely brilliant. I'd put these guys up in probably one of my top bands now. So this is a live performance that I found from 2023. I think it's a K-pop TV show by the name, judging by the name. Anyway, they did a set here. So what I'll do is, when I put the video link and you'll get to watch the entire set. I've just picked one of my favourite songs that they've done on the set. So this one's called Flip. So if you've not heard SYNSNAKE before, you're in for a treat. These guys are brilliant. And they're brilliant live as well, which is obviously why I wanted to show you this one.
I'll let me show it. your keeper second the sun is down, my rainbow it's back somehow from understanding you.
Only the China are here, come to just steady man. But a sweet holiness, sing the
That's SYNSNAKE. That song there's actually a little bit tamer than some of the other ones, but I absolutely love the clean and the harsh vocal play between Sungmin and Sarah. I absolutely love Sarah. I think she's brilliant. She really brings something special to that band. Like her voice is just brilliant. So if you haven't already, checked those guys out. Now I will put a link to the official SYNSNAKE channel, because this isn't their channel that this video is on, so that you can go and check out more of these guys. Also check out the Rabbit Hole, because I do share these guys quite often lately. Absolutely brilliant. 10 out of 10 by the way, like 10 out of 10. What a beautiful performance. I need to find out what the name of the drummer is, because the drummer is actually unreal as well. Right, so this next one, potentially I've got the name of the band wrong, but I think they're called Banu. It's actually been quite difficult to find the name of the band, because the name of the band isn't actually in that caption that's highlighted there. But it is mentioned further down, and there is references to Banu that I'm finding. So I think that might be the name of the band. Anyway, this is about a year old, this video. And I believe the song is called Don't Listen to Band Girls, but I might be wrong on that. So if anyone's got any info on these guys, then please let me know, because I've not really been able to find much. Anyway, this song is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I first heard this a couple of weeks ago. I was like, well, this is good. Favorited it. I've heard that a few more times. So I thought I'll stick it on the Rabbit Hole Roundup. See if any of you guys know who they are and could give me any information on them. And if you do know, let me know in the comments. So these guys are from Japan. Got that kind of humpback sound.
全てのことを忘れられたのに家具も思い出も全て捨てられたのにこんなところでまた思い出すなんてああここでこんなもので君が目覚息を嫌がったあのガールズバンドの歌が繰り返すために持て余す時間不意につけたテレビから流れた振り返るつもりないのに見返すつもりもないのに今この時の僕をかき消すにまた嫌でも思い出すならもう聞かないよもう聞けないよガールズバンドは些細なことでたまに喧嘩した後に君は 振り返るつもりないのに見返すつもりもないのに何度も掘り起こされてしまったけど二度と思い出すことはないから君を思うこともなく聞くのはガールズバンドだ
So really like that. Anyone that watches the live streams and sees the stuff that the Rev puts in, this is the kind of stuff that the Rev sends in, and I love it. It's my kind of sound. So bands like Humpback, Kaju Pickles, Rumkicks, 18 Fevers, even other bands as well, like the Tomboys and that. Like I just love that girly punk sound, and they've kind of got that. It's not the perfect song. There's a couple of things about the song that. But I'll give it a solid 9 out of 10. And their instruments are beautiful. That's an absolutely gorgeous Les Paul that she's got. Absolutely gorgeous. It was a nice wee solo as well. So yeah, I'll give that 9 out of 10. But if anyone could update me, if anyone knows any differently or anything about this band, because the video's a year old, so they've obviously been about at least for that length of time. But I think the band's called Banu, so that's what we'll say for now. Right, I've picked this band for this week. Cult Meltland to show. I don't see these guys getting nowhere near as much love as I think that these guys should be getting. These guys are absolutely unreal. They've got 7.31k subs, which isn't too bad actually. But I think they're worthy of so much more. I did see somebody last year comment and say something about them being an idol band. They're not an idol band. They do play their instruments. I haven't got a problem with idol bands at all. I think idol bands are absolutely outstanding. I love bands like Your Burnie and that. I think they're brilliant. But these guys aren't an idol band. They're playing their instruments. And I think it's Rio that plays, or Rio, perhaps you pronounce it, that plays the guitar. She's kind of stand out for me. So that's these guys here. Just so we've got information on them. I brought this up ready. So I'm using that J-pop fandom. It's P. Sama on vocals, Ryo vocals, Rio on guitar, MRKM on bass, and Yanomi on drums. I first heard these guys last year, and it was this song here, Rewrite. They haven't got a whole lot out just now. I do believe they maybe have a new song out actually. But this one here is my favourite, so I thought I'd show this one. So if you've not heard it before, you're in for a treat. 覚めない夢満たさないから接して死ね
日よまた会いましょうこれは誰かの記憶揺らぐ未来の果てに終わりを告ぐ鐘が鳴って錆びたエピソードゼロから拳を突き上げてこうぜ始まりは自分の手でわさげ記憶ともに書いて散って運命か先なんて意味ないんだって繰り返し回る世界で黒い髪合わせた針をどこか知ってく何にも見えなくていい正解なんてつかめよリライト淡い夢の中
So there you go, that's called Meltland. Like I said, I just haven't seen these guys getting enough love, to be fair. I'd like to see a lot more of these guys getting shared. And I'll do my best to keep on top of sharing content from these guys as well, but absolutely love them. I don't know enough about them yet. They're a band I'm going to have to get more familiar with and start listening to them more. I definitely would love to see them live. I love that song, absolutely. First time I heard it, it jumped out and punched me in the face. I was like, wow, what is that? So yeah, it's 10 out of 10. Easy 10 out of 10. But then I fixed it, so it was obviously going to be 10 out of 10. Right, so next rabbit hole admin, Sam's posted his nightly Gagarik Spin post. Tonight it's Gagarik Spin, Kahooin's 7th anniversary tour final 2016 at the Tokyo Dome City Hall. It looks like that was done on the 12th of November 2016. And Sam's put, we won't have the right to an atmosphere like that with Gagarik Spin anymore. This live is a gem. So yeah, unfortunately Gagarik Spin are now officially on hiatus as of the start of this year. Just about the time that I started to get really into these guys. Right, so let's have a look, because Sam's Gagarik Spin recommends are usually top drawer. This is what I haven't seen, by the by. Right, okay. It's only had 95 likes. It's a bit of a shame. There's Koga sitting there on our base ready to go. Right, let's give this... this will be good. Well, absolutely love Gagarik Spin. Hannah on the drums for this one. That was absolutely brilliant. See the thing with Gagarik Spin? Every time I see a music video from the first time for them, I always declare that that's going to be my favourite one. That one was unreal. Uh, Now, Gagarik Spin's a band that I keep bouncing about who my favourite member of, because originally it was Angelina. Like, Angie was the one that I thought had the talent, like the singing and that. And then I started noticing Tomozo a lot in her guitar playing, like she did in there, like that breakdown bit, which she just did a little pull off, was absolutely gorgeous, by the way. And then I started noticing more of Hannah, because Hannah was mixing it up. She plays all the instruments. She's so diverse and she's so talented. But see, of late, Oreo is the one that's been standing out to me. And I think that's just testament to what good a band they are. Like, they're just all so talented. And they're all so diverse. Like, you get total changes in the way that they do their instruments and the arrangements and that. And they're always just banging from start to finish. Their shows looked absolutely phenomenal. Totally missed the trick not getting to see them live. But there you go, Gagarik Spin. If you're not already a fan of Gagarik Spin, I will drop a link into the official Gagarik Spin channel as well for you to check out. Right, so this next one, so Simon shared this. Simon's stuff's always like some of the best stuff as far as I'm concerned. And anyone that's been watching my videos long enough knows now that Simon's usually got a contribution or two in the Rabbit Hole Roundup. So he shared these guys today called Rassemble. Google Translate said the song's called Somebody's Song. Right, so I haven't heard this yet, but because it's come from Simon, I'm going to check it out. So it's 8 months old. So I'd imagine these guys are still going. I don't know anything about them. I will try and find out some information. But I will drop a link to this, obviously, in the video description. So let's have a listen and see what it's like then. Simon seems to say that they were amazing, so we'll see if we second that opinion bit. I'll give that a 9 out of 10. It was actually really good. Now, they really reminded me of Caramel Candid quite a lot, and Shakura as well. If you know them two bands, you'll know what I'm on about. They really reminded me of them. I don't think I have heard them before, but the lead guitarist, some beautiful guitar player, and she was an absolute spitting double from Chica from Hannah B.A. I swear she was. So it's only had 923 likes in 8 months, and their channel's got 10,000 subscribers. I don't think that's their channel, though. I'm not sure. But I will try and find out a little bit more information about these guys. But I think that was absolutely brilliant, that one, Si. So great shout as always, mate. Well done. Take a bow. Right, next up, so these guys, Red Bacteria Vacuum. We've been showing these guys quite a lot on the live stream, and they've been going down really well. I think it's Paul that's introduced them. He's a huge fan of them. So I've heard quite a lot of their stuff. I love their song Roller Coaster. I don't know too much about the band. It says here on Wiki, so current members are Akumi, Kasan and Jasmine. And you've got past members there, Aikman and Katsu. But I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure who's who in the band yet. I am quite new to these guys, but they're actually amazing. They've been going from 1998 and they're still going now. So this one here, Buddies, this one's a little bit milder than their normal sound. It's a bit more chill, but it's an absolutely amazing song. So I'll stick this one on now. So these are called Red Bacteria Vacuum. If you've not heard them, these guys are like really punky and raw, but this one I would say is a bit more, it's a bit more chill.
Tuesday, then lie. Wednesday,
That's Red Bacteria Vacuum. We have shown them on the live stream a few times, and I have had them on a roundup video. Though for the life of me, I can't remember which song that we showed. It was probably Roller Coaster. So these guys do normally have quite a raw, hard sound. That was a lot more mellow than what I'm used to from them. But it's an absolutely beautiful song. So that's Red Bacteria Vacuum. If you've not heard them before, as usual, I will drop links in so that you can go and check these guys out for yourself. Right, so this next one's from fellow Scotsman, Steve Graham. Steve stays not far from me, actually. And he's been enjoying the rare celestial event we've had this week of having some Scottish sunshine. What happens is we tend to get maybe 2 or 3 weeks in April and May where we get absolute glorious weather, and then for the rest of the year it proceeds to piss down. So Steve is well justified to be out basking in the sun this week and enjoying some fine music. And I've seen some fine cheers this week. This one though, this is one of my favourites. So listen to so many songs in the sunshine. I could feel my face melting in more ways than one, but decided to end on a real face melter by Ark Royal. You've got away with words, Steve. Anyway, I absolutely agree. It is a face melting song. Alumna is probably one of the most underrated guitarists in my opinion. She's absolutely unreal. And anyone that watches my channel and has watched any of the compilation videos that I've done of like guitar solos and stuff, we'll see some of her solos that I've featured, which are just mind-blowing to watch. So this song's probably one of their most famous songs. This is Altar of Sacrifice. 4 years old on here now. Came out in 2019 on their first album, or their first mini album, sorry. I absolutely love these guys. I need to listen to them more myself. I don't listen to them enough. They're one of those bands that I'll pick them up here and there now and again. But Alumna is absolutely a standout for me. And this was the first song I heard from them. So absolutely great shout, Steve. I don't know why this video has only got 735 likes. Like, there's something wrong with that. This video is unreal. If you haven't seen it before, give it a like. Listen to that.
"うずまく
Absolutely love that song. I mean, it already had 10 out of 10 before I watched it, because I've given it 10 out of 10 all the other times that I've watched it. That guitar riff is absolutely beautiful. And the Luminous guitar solo is beautiful in that song as well. If you like them and you hadn't seen them before, and you want to see Illumina in action proper, like doing some crazy stuff with a guitar, that Team A Trash channel, Team A Trash, have a lot of live Japanese performances on there. Some absolutely amazing videos that I've featured on previous videos on here. Well worth checking out the Arc Royal ones on there, like absolutely phenomenal. So great shout, Steve. Absolutely great shout. It keeps sharing away, and hopefully the sun lasts for a little bit longer. Right, this one's been shared from Alice, and this is Underclover. Alice has showed me Underclover before. I don't know if she showed me this song before, but she's posted it into the group, so we'll check it out. Because I hear a lot of people raving about these, and from what I remember, they were really good. Now, I might be wrong, but I think these guys are from Thailand. But let's have a listen, and then we'll see what I think. I don't know if I've heard this song. So it wasn't what I was expecting it was going to sound like. When It Rains maybe should have been a clue, but the last song I heard from them was quite a bit more rockier, would I say? And that one was mellow. That aside, the song is beautiful. It was just, it wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting something was going to absolutely beautiful. It was a solid 7.5 out of 10, but when they played the guitar solo, I had to upgrade that to 9.5. So it's going to get 9.5 out of 10 for me. Alice knows her music. Alice shares some fantastic stuff, I've got to be honest. There's a lot of great music that I'm into now thanks to Alice. She really does do a good job of going out and finding some of the best stuff that's out there. So absolutely great shout, Alice. I'll keep a better eye on Underclover now, and please keep sharing your amazing stuff into the group. Okay, this one's piqued my interest. So this one's in from Victory. He's put ska, rap, and rock in one song. EMNW's new song, Brain Dead People, is a cool song. Victory's been giving me recommendations for over a year now. Victory knows some amazing bands like. So anything that Victory's going to recommend, I'll usually give a check out. So let's have a listen. So this is EMNW, right? Okay. I don't think I've heard of these guys. So the video's only been out for a day. It's had 1,500 views. Well, now I'll have 178 likes. Right, okay, let's give this a listen then. It was good. It was really good. At times it kind of reminded me of a band I like called the Interrupters. Amy Interrupter. Anyone who's into like Rancid and stuff would probably know who they are because it comes through Tim Armstrong's record. Like, well, anyway, they reminded me, they had that kind of vibe anyway. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's not my normal kind of sound. They had some interesting elements in the song. I will keep an eye on them and see what more they do. The video looks a lot of fun as well. So it was a great recommend, that one. And also Lenny had also, I've noticed, recommended that one as well. So it was recommended twice in the same day. So thanks guys for that one. It's a Victory double bill this week. So here's another one in from Victory. Rock Idol, I imagine that's meant to be OMG. It's the Ohm sign. Outrage Music Girls just dropped a music video for their song Boku no ongaku wa nare yanmane. Again, forgive my pronunciation if it's shocking. My music never stops. We'll just say that. The song's called My Music Never Stops. Victory says the song is much less chaotic than their previous song, Strawberry Ice Cream, and more idly, but it's still a pretty solid rock song. Right, let's give this one a check out then. So this is Outrage Music Girls. I've not heard this band either. So when did this go up? It's been up for 1 day. It's had 1.5. I'll give them a subscription. It's had 1,500 views and they've got 2.38k subs. So if you're watching this for the video and you like these guys, make sure to go along and give them a subscription because it helps these guys out. Right. Right, so doing this channel, I must have heard easy over 150 different idol bands last year, and probably a lot more than that, to be fair. And I always say, for an idol band to be something good for me, it has to offer something special or jump out at me. And this one does. These ones have got it. So these ones are going into my favourites. Absolutely loved that. Good singing voices. The video was good. The song was good. It was a nice song. I want to hear more of them though. That was an absolutely brilliant shout, Fikri. Thank you for that one. Right, so great news this week. Let's Go's are coming to the UK, so I'll be getting to see these guys in September in Glasgow. And I know quite a few of you guys in the Rabbit Hole have already went and got your tickets, and I think there's a couple of other locations that they're going to on the flyer. I'm so excited to see these guys. I love the Let's Go's. So I found these guys last year. I think it was the Rev that introduced me to them. I absolutely love Coco. I think Coco is a rare talent on guitar. She's got some of the most wildest punky riffs ever, and she plays them like she does not give a shit. And I just love it. The energy that this band's got is unreal. So this one here, this song that we've got up, it comes up as Kaju Let's Go. So this one came out last 5 years ago. So if you've not heard the Let's Go's before, you're in for a treat. Absolutely love Let's Go's. Cannot wait to see them. Coco is absolutely brilliant, like I say. I love that video. Coco is Zilla. If you haven't already checked out the Let's Go's, check out their channel. They've got some amazing content on there and some great live shows. And get yourself along to see these guys. If you're into this scene, this is definitely the type of band that you want to be going to see live. Like their shows just look absolutely wild. Right, so the Rabbit Hole Pick of the Week video by yours truly is this RUMKICKS one here that I watched this morning. So this is taken from live in Coburg in 2024. This is live last year. So RUMKICKS are from Republic of Korea. One of the best punk bands you'll hear. Up there with 18 Favors. Them two are probably like my favourite bands from Korea. Yi-Won is absolutely phenomenal, by the way. And in this video here, she gives us some sound advice on how to set up a punk band. So I'll play this one as off of my final video. Now this video's had 41 likes. It's not on the official RUMKICKS channel. I'll drop RUMKICKS channel into the video description for you, so that you could go and give these guys your support if you like them. But these guys are absolutely brilliant. So if this is the first time hearing the RUMKICKS, here we go.
In my opinion, I've been punk band for 5 years. So the most important thing in punk is oi. Can you do oi properly? Look girl, oi! Look girl, oi! Never stop, oi, oi! Can you do this? Okay. One more time. Look girl, never stop, oi, oi! Yeah. Then you can start punk band now, okay? When you go home, you make some friends from now on and do punk. Next song is Punk is Nowhere, but being a punk band and traveling all over the world, I met so many crazy, awesome punk rockers, so I think I wrote wrong song title. Punk is everywhere. But next song is Punk is Nowhere.
Absolutely brilliant. I think Ewan needs to be also commended for absolutely impeccable English there. It's absolutely admirable as Ewan. Like, you know, in her real life, she does another job as well. Where I think she's maybe like some kind of nurse or doctor or something. I've seen pictures of her in her real job with a white coat on, and yet still able to commit so much time to the Rumkicks. And if you were to look at the dictionary for the definition of punk, you would see a picture of you one for sure. I think Rumkicks are probably my favourite punk band. Definitely at the moment anyway. I'd love to see them. So anyway, thanks everyone for watching this week. It's been a good roundup. It's been a bit punky, which I like. I love my punk stuff. So remember, as always, if there's anything that you've seen in the video that you want to ask me about, then just fire it in the comments below. Likewise, if there's anything that you think that I should be showing, then also do the same. Or you can check us out on the Facebook group and you can post and tag me in there. So anyway, as always, thanks for watching guys, take care, and I'll see you on next week's roundup video. Bye for now.